A big part of becoming a college student is gaining financial independence, and a big part of that is improving your credit score, which will not only help you get better credit cards with lower interest rates and higher credit limits in the future, but also qualify you for better interest rates on loans and help you get approved for stuff like renting apartments. I started out as a freshman with no credit history last year, and since then I've been able to work up to a good credit score and make 4 cards, so I'll show you how and why I made these. What I consider stage 1 is where you have very few options because you have no or limited credit history, and unless you go the route of having your parent or someone with a good credit score add you as an authorized user, there's only one credit card that stands out among the rest, and that is the Discover Student Cashback. This is a great card in terms of bonuses because you get a $50 statement credit when you use my link in the description and make any purchase of any value, and you also get a $20 statement credit every year you submit grades with a GPA of at least 3.0. It also offers great cashback, including 5% on your first $1,500 every quarter in rotating categories including grocery stores, gas stations, restaurants, and Amazon. And what's even better is that they match all the cashback you earn in your first year, effectively making it 10% cashback in the rotating categories and 2% on everything else. It's also very easy to redeem this cashback with a lot of options that you can redeem in any amount, and they have no foreign transaction fees. It's worth noting that they have another student credit card called the Chrome for Students, which offers 2% at gas stations and restaurants, but in the future you'll be able to apply for better credit cards which might offer 2% on everything, or 3 to 5% at gas stations and restaurants, so that card is much more likely to become useless than 5% cashback in rotating categories, and that's why I got the student cashback instead. However, there is one major drawback that a lot of places don't accept Discover, especially outside of the US and Canada, so I actually started looking for another credit card, either a Visa or Mastercard with no foreign transaction fee. I know there's a negative stigma of getting multiple credit cards, but I really don't see this as a problem as long as you only make purchases that you can actually afford and pay off your balance in full every month. Don't make cards just for the heck of it, as there are financial institutions like Chase that will deny your application if you've made more than 5 credit cards in the last 24 months. But if you have a genuine use case for the card, I don't think it's a bad idea, especially when you have no credit history, as that means it won't affect your average age of accounts, and it'll even help you by most likely doubling your total credit line, which will make your credit utilization lower. So the card I decided to get was the Deserve EDU Mastercard, mostly because of its bonuses, as you can get a $30 statement credit when you use my link, and a free year of Amazon Prime Student, which saved me $59 as I would have gotten it anyway. Unfortunately, they did add a new condition that you need to spend at least $500 in your first 3 months to get that free year of Amazon Prime Student, which might make me think twice about getting this card, but basically every student credit card other than Discover is eventually going to become useless anyway. I actually consider this card as having no cashback because while they advertise 1% cashback, you can only redeem it in increments of $25, and I would never spend $2,500 on a card with 1% cashback and no purchase protection, but I was at least able to use this as a backup credit card for a while and avoid foreign transaction fees and get $90 in value out of the bonuses. Once you sign up for credit cards, your credit score is going to start improving because one of the most important factors is the age of your accounts, both the average and the oldest account, which will go up over time, and this is why you want to start getting credit cards sooner than later. You also start building your payment history, provided you make all your payments on time, but another big thing to pay attention to is your credit utilization, or the percentage of your total credit line that you're using. You really want to keep this below 10% and at most 30%, and this is especially difficult at the beginning because you're most likely only going to get a credit limit of $500 if you're starting out with no credit history. So you actually want to pay off your balance before you get the monthly statement because that's the amount credit card companies are going to report to credit bureaus. If you want to get nitpicky, you do want a small balance on your cards to show that you're actually using them, so I usually keep my utilization between 5 and 10%, but if you want to keep things simple, just pay off your purchases as soon as you make them. You should also try to keep yourself from making hard credit inquiries like submitting applications, and if you follow these rules, you should be able to get a good credit score of about 700 after about 6 months. At this point, you're at stage 2 as you've opened up a lot of credit card options, and I prioritize getting co-branded credit cards first. Credit cards for the brands you use often have bigger benefits and sign-up bonuses, and I wanted to get a better understanding of my spending before committing to an everyday spend card. So in April, 7 months after getting my first credit card, I got the Delta Skymiles Gold American Express, which comes with a sign-up bonus of 35,000 Delta Skymiles after spending at least $1,000 in your first 3 months, which is just about the average that I spent. Now, this card does have a $99 annual fee, but this is waived your first year, and you can usually downgrade to the Delta Skymiles Blue American Express, which has no annual fee. However, that card only has a sign-up bonus of 10,000 miles, so if you're considering getting the blue, I would recommend getting the higher sign-up bonus on the gold and trying out the additional perks like free checked bags and priority boarding. And if you still can't justify that $99 annual fee, you can always just downgrade. Both cards offer pretty good benefits, including 2 miles per dollar back on Delta purchases in restaurants including takeout and delivery, 20% off in-flight purchases, and access to the Pay with Miles feature on Delta.com and Amex offers. I actually like Amex offers a lot because you're rewarded in the form of statement credits, which means you can combine it on top of promo codes and cashback sites. For example, when I bought a $215 pair of Ray-Bans, I was able to use a 30% off promo code on Rayban.com, 9% cashback from a site called Be Frugal, and a $30 off Amex offer, which brought the final price down to less than half of the original price. And then shortly after qualifying for the Delta sign-up bonus, I got the Alaska Airlines Visa in July, which comes with a sign-up bonus of 40,000 Alaska miles and a $100 statement credit when you make at least $2,000 in purchases in your first 3 months. This is more than I usually spend, so I specifically timed this with the purchase of my new phone to get to that $2,000 minimum. This card does have a $75 annual fee, but you get a companion fare every year, which I think more than makes up for this, as you can purchase a ticket for a second person for $99 plus taxes and fees on any coach ticket, including round trips, open jaws, and multi-cities, which means you can easily save several $100s. Besides this, you get 3 miles back per dollar on Alaska purchases, free checked bags, 20% off in-flight purchases, and 50% off day lounge passes. Obviously, you should only get credit cards for brands that you actually use, and Alaska is the only airline that has year-round non-stop flights between my home in Portland, Oregon, and my university in Boston. And when I visit family in Japan, I usually take Delta, and they're also 2 of my favorite airlines, and I like traveling, so I do see using them a lot in the future.